This is part 3 of Haruto's story. I will leave a link in the first comment that leads to a playlist of all the previous and upcoming parts of this series. And now enjoy watching. Char enters Haruto's room and is excited to play with him. She notices the screens and he explains that these screens above his table are surveillance magic, which he assumes is ancient magic. Char tells him that it is not all lost, and there is books about it in the castle's library. Char offers to show Haruto the library and he is amazed by the grandeur of the library. He learns that the magic of old is non-elemental and modern magic is supplemented with the 4 elements. Haruto speculates that his barrier sorcery might be related to ancient magic. Char is surprised by Haruto's ability to read complex literature and asks him to read some for her. He sees this as a big brother activity and discovers information about gods who can travel between different worlds. He mentions an anime he saw in his previous life and promises to allow her to watch it. He manages to give Char a modern Japanese internet connection and makes a child account for her. She chooses an anime that she is attracted to, and Haruto is glad to see her enjoying it. Haruto is hesitant to teach her Japanese, but she masters aspects of the language in 2 hours, and can even write at an early grade level, and this leaves Haruto dumbfounded. After 2 weeks, and while Char is fully engrossed in anime and watching Power Rangers, Haruto is interested in her abilities. The girl has learned the rest of her Japanese from anime and mastered the language. Haruto suspects she is a genius and limits her anime watching to 3 hours a day. He tells her to hold it, and that it is not healthy for kids. At dinner, Char dozes off due to her binge watching anime, and Haruto asks if she's sleepy. Char's parents wonder about their recent time spending together, and Char covers that they have been learning ancient magic. Char follows Haruto to watch some anime, but he refuses, and when he went to take a bath, she joined him. She later joins for a sleepover and their mother is happy for their relationship. The next day, Gold heads out with a unit to put an end to the thieves. Char worries about her father's safety, but Haruto assures her that their father will be fine. Char wonders what would move them to turn to such a profession. Haruto explains that power struggles are breaking out in the kingdom, and Char wishes there was a way to make everyone happy. Char doesn't believe that it would be difficult for her brother to join the fight, but Haruto doesn't want to do hard work. She gives him the little sister's look and pleads for him to act. Haruto agrees, and she asks for a Power Ranger type of justice hero, then he transforms into an adult with a sleek black suit and helmet. Code Geass basically. Char finds Haruto to be cool but he sees it as embarrassing. He decides to strike a compromise and allows her to watch the events. Haruto uses his magic to locate thieves and blocks their escape with his barrier. He plans to leave them trapped until his father arrives, but Char wants to see some action, so Haruto confronts them, and reveals his role as a hero of justice. He takes out the criminals one by one, and his father with his men arrive. Gold assesses the situation and concludes that it doesn't look like an internal battle. Gold questions if he was the one who saved his wife and daughter, and what his goal is. Haruto discloses that he's an enforcer of justice, and he quickly flies off before they ask any further questions. Haruto arrives home exhausted, but his sister is still hyped by his coolness and wonders when he'll go out into the world again. His sister is his #1 fan, and she commends him on his latest good deed, and this marks the birth of his edgy alter ego. Later, Haruto completes his clone, which can talk like him and use his mannerisms. He has been researching the ancient magic book in the library for months, and uses this information to make breakthroughs. Char wakes up to find 2 Harutos, and the original asks his clone to fill in for him, but the clone have the same laziness and refuses. Later, the Crown Prince Laius and his older sister Princess Marianne arrives. Laius complains about the dusty place, and his sister scolds him for his rude remarks. Gold introduces the siblings and thanks them for their journey. Haruto wonders if they are his blood siblings, since they are royalty. Laius realizes that Gold addressed him secondly, and becomes annoyed as he should have been addressed first. Gold apologizes, and the princess tells Laius to apply his decorum as royalty and stop his pettiness. He tells her to cut the big sister act, as she will be used as a political tool and married off when she's older. Haruto doesn't like his vibe and the prince notices him glaring at him. He gets annoyed, and tells him that he is a level 2 and is adopted from an orphanage. As Laius wants to teach Haruto some manners, he challenges him to a duel. Gold tries to de-escalate the situation, but the prince assures him that he will go easy on Haruto. Haruto is frustrated and uses his mana assessment skill to check Laius's current level, which is a 9 and his maximum is 40. He checks the others and finds Gold is maxed out at level 32, while the princess is at level 14 of 33. Laius notices Haruto looking away and tries to attack, but he easily dodges the prince. Haruto sees the prince is agitated, so he plays along. He puts a barrier around his body and takes all the attacks head-on. Laius arrogantly asks Haruto to fight back, and Haruto obeys him, knocking the prince on the ground, and surprising the princess. Laius tried to gain back his dignity again, but gets floored many times. The princess asks Gold if Haruto is really a level 2, as he used advanced self-augmenting magic. Gold assures her that he and Haruto himself don't know why he is so powerful. Laius shoots a fireball at Haruto, but he absorbs it with barrier magic. The prince continues to shoot more fireballs and Haruto absorbs them all. Then Haruto shows Laius that he can return his small fireballs all at once. He combines them and makes a huge fireball from his barrier magic, which forces Laius to yield to him. The princess apologizes for Laius's actions and asks if he is really a level 2. Later that day, he is surprised that the royal capital knows about his low level, and he wonders if his birth parents are looking for him. He dismisses this idea, as they were the ones who discarded him. And that's the end of the video. Please tell me your opinion, and like the video. Take care, and stay tuned for the next episode.